I think that if you want to characterize crypto universe, you have one thing, Bitcoin, which is the dominant trillion-dollar crypto asset network. It's in essence, if God created gold in cyberspace, he would have created Bitcoin. It's simply the most successful crypto asset network in the history of the world, and it filled a niche. The niche is as a store of monetary energy, a store of value to replace gold. So Bitcoin is in the head of 100 million plus people as being money, but it's in the heads of billions of people as the safest, most standard form. What is Bitcoin? Digital property. Bitcoin is the ability to buy $387 worth of property, carry it around on your mobile phone, send it to your grandson or granddaughter. You don't have to keep it in a bank. You don't have to trust a third party. You don't have to trust a CEO. You don't have to trust a company. You don't have to trust a country. It is digital property on an open monetary protocol. No one can screw it up. I have billions of dollars of it. I can't screw it up. I have no control over it. The enemy has no control over it. Your friend has no control over it. So it is the first time in the history of humanity that we have invented digital property. And when you're buying Bitcoin, it's like buying into the digital property network. So Bitcoin is competing with you buying land, or you buying stock, or you buying gold, or you buying currency and using it to store your value for the next 30 years or more. Why is it winning? Because you can program $1 million block of digital gold, move it at the speed of light, and you can make 1 million transactions an hour on it. And you're never going to be able to program physical gold, and you're never going to move physical gold at the speed of light. I think that if you want to characterize crypto universe, you have one thing, Bitcoin, which is the dominant trillion-dollar crypto asset network. It's in essence, if God created gold in cyberspace, he would have created Bitcoin. It's gold in cyberspace, but it's got none of the liabilities and defects of gold. It's an encrypted block of sunlight. You can move it at the speed of light. You can program it with 1 million transactions a second. You can use it as the base layer for the 21st century economy. It's completely transparent. You can't make any more of it. It's capped at 21 million. You can take delivery of $1 billion of it in the palm of your hand or hold it in your head. Okay, so never in the history of the world did we have such a pure form of monetary energy. Well, once you understand it, you start with the observation that it's the most successful digital network in the history of the world, okay? It went from 0 to $1 trillion in 12 years. Google took 22 years, okay? Amazon took 24 years. Apple took 42 years. Microsoft took 44 years, right? So this is the most successful thing ever unleashed in the history of humanity from an economic point of view. It's simply the most successful crypto asset network in the history of the world. And it filled a niche. The niche is as a store of monetary energy, a store of value to replace gold. Who are the big winners? Look, my company buys Bitcoin at 35,000. I would have paid 70,000, Scott. If this had not happened, then Bitcoin would have gone 60 to 70 to 90 to 100. We'd be paying 100,000. So people buying Bitcoin in the 30s got Bitcoin at a discount. You got two types of people. You got the long-term people that said, but for the Chinese exodus, we would have had to overpay. And you got the short-term people that said, you're so stupid. You bought it at 50,000 and now it's 35,000. You should have shorted it. Well, shorting it is like shorting electricity. It's like, no, I don't think so. If you think this is a Rorschach test. If you understand that Bitcoin is digital property rights for 8 billion people going to change the earth, then you think this is just volatility and it's a buying opportunity and it's a windfall. So I think we just got to come back to this issue of, will it be cloned? Will it be hacked? Will it be banned? It's not going to be hacked. It hasn't been hacked. Will it be cloned? People cloned it thousands of times and they all failed, because once $1 trillion worth of money decides that it's going to put all of its money in this bank in cyberspace, they don't need the number two. It's like there's a Facebook, there's a Google, there's an Apple. It's a path-dependent thing. Everybody's decided, $1 trillion of money and 100 million plus people, they've decided that Bitcoin is the bank in cyberspace. Once you've adopted that one protocol, then it has $1 trillion worth of energy behind it. So Bitcoin is in the head of 100 million plus people as being money, but it's in the heads of billions of people as the safest, most standard form. Well, look, it's property. And in the Western world, in Western Europe and the United States, they allow you to own property. So it's a choice between Bitcoin and silver, or Bitcoin and gold, or Bitcoin and ETFs, or Bitcoin and other property. And it is, and it will be wrapped in AML KYC regulations, just like other properties you can buy. And that's what makes institutions comfortable owning large sums of it. And if you think Bitcoin is a random, speculative, gambling asset of no consequence with no underlying value, then you think, it's like you were stupid. You shouldn't have bought it. In certain countries like China doesn't want you to get onto Google. That's banned. Facebook banned. Twitter's banned. But that doesn't make Facebook, Twitter, or Google bad investments. So I wouldn't make my decisions based upon decisions that take place in China or India or Nigeria. I'd make my decisions based upon the prevailing view of the regulators and the society in the Western world. And I think that's come down very hard on one point. Bitcoin is property. Bitcoin is not currency. It is not a medium of exchange. The medium of exchange function is sitting with the fiat currencies, the euro and the dollar. The store of value function is migrated into property like gold, S&P 500 index, real estate, and Bitcoin and other sorts of things you can own. And I think that's a very stable, logical development for the society. Bitcoin is the ability to buy $387 worth of property, carry it around on your mobile phone. It's in essence, if God created gold in cyberspace, he would have created Bitcoin. It's simply the most successful crypto asset network in the history of the world. Once you've adopted that one protocol, then it has $1 trillion worth of energy behind it.